For many years, the accepted opinion was Aristotle's concept that moving objects would stop because the natural state of objects was to be at rest. However, as for Galileo, once the ball is in motion, no force is needed to keep it moving except for the force needed to overcome friction. Friction is an opposing external force that prevents its continued motion. A moving object needs no force to keep it moving when friction is absent. It will remain in motion all by itself. All objects tend to resist changes in motion. This means they all have inertia. Friction is unbalanced force that acts on an object in motion. There are four main types of friction: sliding friction, rolling friction, fluid friction, and static friction. An example of sliding friction is ice skating. For rolling friction, the example is bowling. For fluid friction in air or liquid, example is air or water resistance. And for static friction, the initial friction when moving an object is an example. Sir Isaac Newton made a great revolution in the graph of science primarily in physics with his famous laws of motion. He built these concepts on Galileo's concept of inertia. He established a new set of ideas with his three laws of motion that includes the first law of motion, more popularly known as the Law of Inertia. The law of inertia states that an object at rest remains at rest and an object in motion remains in motion in a straight line with a constant speed unless an external force acts on it. This means that things tend to keep on doing what they are already doing. Inertia is a tendency of an object to resist changes in its velocity, whether in motion or motionless. These mangoes will not move unless acted on by an unbalanced force. The object's resisting changes in its state motion depends upon its mass. The more mass the object has, the greater is the tendency to resist changes in motion. Slide a book across a table and watch it slide to a rest position. The book comes to rest because of the presence of a force, that force being the force of friction, which brings the book to a rest position. In the absence of a force of friction, the book would continue in motion with the same speed and direction forever. Because of inertia, objects including you resist changes in their motion. When the car going 80 km per hour is stopped by the brick wall, your body keeps moving at 80 km per hour. Don't let this be you. Wear seatbelts.